What is up, everybody? Skratch here. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Seems like we have another quick hit and run going on today. Honestly, I was not expecting anything like this anytime soon, at least till around the Halloween time. We're gonna have a new fusion starting in a few days. Like, honestly, I'm a bit mind blown because I feel like we just ended the other one like 2 days ago, right? I might be wrong, but I feel like it just ended. The main idea is, I think we're gonna have 2 fusions next month, okay? So we have this champion right now, we're gonna cover it in a second, but we always have a fusion for Halloween, so be prepared for it as well. That means that we might have double fusion this month, and usually when I'm kind of thinking of these things and I'm saying them, I'm pretty right with them. It hasn't been confirmed or anything like that, but I'm kind of like ready to put my hand in fire that we're gonna have a second one during the Halloween event. Now, on Thursday, September 30th, we're planning to launch a fusion event on a new champion, Sigmund the High Shield. He has the High Shield. Bannerlord's Legendary Defense, Magic Affinity. So Sigmund the High Shield should find a noble place both in PvP and PvE content, as he owns quite a universal but always useful skill set. With his A1, he'll remove one random buff from an enemy with an increased chance against bosses, and will always remove shield buffs as well. His A2 allows him to control enemies with provoke and weaken them with decreased attack, nice. With the help of A3, he will shield and strengthen your whole team, that sounds interesting. When hit, Sigmund will decrease the duration of enemy buffs with an increased chance against bosses. Also, he owns quite a powerful aura for Doom Tower. 40% ally defense. Now, Plarium, I want to tell you one thing, and hopefully you guys are gonna understand. Stop giving us auras only for the Doom Tower, okay? Yeah, we all care about Doom Tower, but make those auras universal. I feel like every champion that came in 2021 has an aura for the Doom Tower. It's not useful anywhere else, okay? And probably not a lot of people will be using this champion only for the Doom Tower. Please, lower it down, lower it to 30, 25%, and make it universal. We want to be able to use that aura on many other parts in the game, rather than Doom Tower, Doom Tower, Doom Tower, Doom Tower, Doom Tower, every single time. They're attaching the rendering of the champion. Now let's have a quick look at how exactly does that champion look like in a better view. That's how he looks like. He has a pretty nice shield, definitely a high shield. He has a long sword as well. And rather than that, I kind of can't stand that face. I just don't like those faces whatsoever, with that beard, that ugly mustache. Feels like he's coming back from 500 years ago. It's just, I never liked it. But overall, the champion looks pretty nice. I like the armor. Just can't stand that mustache, you know. Let's have a quick look at the skills. So, on the A1, attacks one enemy, removes any shield buffs, also has a 50% chance of removing one random buff. Has a 75% chance instead when attacking bosses. Overall is not a bad thing. The A2, Battlefield Beacon, attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn, and a 75% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. Now this one right here, it looks clear to me, is gonna get up to 75% chance to provoke, and is gonna get a 100% chance to land decreased attack on most probably a 3-turn cooldown, hopefully. On the A3, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. Now, you see what's the problem right here? You might see it, you might not see it. This is a defense-based champion. I don't want to give him 100k HP in order to tank with a nice shield for my entire team, because then I'll be losing the essence, his defense. He's a defense-based champion. I feel like they're always messing up this situation. They're always giving something with attack on defense champions, or on HP champions, or defense champions with HP, or HP champions with defense. They're not getting it together. I feel like when they're doing it, they're just not thinking about it, you know? Why giving it from his own HP, unless he's gonna have like 25k HP base stat, and then you're not gonna have to stress about it too much. Overall, this shield is not gonna be huge considering that he's a defense-based champion. Also places a 25% strengthen buff on all allies for 2 turns. Now, I would like to see if this skill goes on a 3-turn cooldown. I think will be awesome overall as a champion for clan boss as well, because we do have decreased attack from the A2, we have strengthen and a bit of shield from the A3. I feel like that will be pretty good, and we can remove the attack up from clan boss when we're fighting against the clan boss on different affinities rather than just void. Then we have the passive. Whenever this champion is attacked, has a 20% chance of decreasing the duration of all buffs on the attacker by 1 turn. Has a 40% chance instead when attacked by a boss. The next situation is not many bosses they get to buff a lot. So him having this kit overall is not really designed as good for bosses. It can be pretty good for faction wars when the minions, they buff the boss. Then this is going to be pretty helpful with that, with the immunity. Sometimes they put block damage in faction wars if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be great. In terms of Doom Tower, I'm trying to think how many of the bosses they actually buff. But honestly, it just doesn't drop on my mind right now. So probably you guys are going to be a bit more familiar with it in terms of which ones they buff, because I just have like a brain fart and completely forgot right now. I feel like he definitely has some potential. Now, I'm not sure if this is a classic fusion or a fragment fusion. Seeing that they said a fusion event, not a fragment fusion event, how they're usually doing it, is going to be a classic one, okay? So because this is a classic one, if you're not going to be able to get him, and we're going to have to see the cooldowns of the skills and everything, how many books he requires, we might be getting some nice epic champions, which unfortunately they haven't announced yet. I wish they would announce them all together, so at least we know what exactly to expect from it. But definitely a thing to keep in mind, guys. I'm going to leave it here. I'm not going to take it longer because it's really not a point. I feel like the champion will have some sort of potential. Definitely sounds good with the provoke, decrease attack, and the buffs that he's offering as well. Definitely a good champion. Now, hopefully it's not going to require 1,000 books. And hopefully hopefully in a way, I would prefer to have some nice epic champions in it. So maybe like that, we're going to skip the legendary, go get a crazy good epic champion. Hopefully we're going to have one of those as well. That was all for this video, guys. Do let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this fusion? Any of you guys excited to go for it? That was all for it. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon on another video. Peace out.